All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Sami Z. We are here again on Wale Kings TV. Today, we're going to talk about something very important. But before then, let me introduce to you someone that we have here.
Gospel.
Yeah, so Mr. Gospel is here again today, and we'll talk on a very important topic. All right, so Mr. Gospel, what can you say, or is it right, morally or biblically, for a pastor or a prelate to own a hotel?
Okay. Is it right for a priest or a pastor
A
to
pastor, yeah,
own a
a
hotel?
hotel or any kind of hospitality business, but hotel most especially.
Okay, that is a very educating question that I would like to entertain. Talking about if it's right for a priest to own a hotel. Coming down to the book of Deuteronomy 8:18, I read, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth and confirm His covenants, which is what we have." Okay, that is a very interesting question that I would love to entertain. Coming down to the fact that you asked a question that if it's right for a pastor to own a hotel. Okay, let's take a deep search at the scripture, Deuteronomy 8:18, which I read.
Okay.
But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirm His covenant, which is what to your forefathers, as it is today. Okay, I start this way. If you talk about a pastor owning a hotel, I don't think it's a bad idea for a pastor to own a hotel. To me, if you want to own a hotel as a pastor, and you know what happens in a hotel, and the book of Deuteronomy has foretold us that it is the Lord who gives the power to make wealth. Prosperity doesn't just come on a platform of sitting down. Maybe you are exercising the faith that you am a Christian, that someday that money will just come from nowhere. No, you have to use your hand and practicalize something. It is the Lord that gives you power. That idea that you have, what you have to do as a pastor if you want to own a hotel is for you to set standard that doesn't compromise your faith.
Okay. Okay. You say something, there's certain standards that doesn't compromise your faith. Now, what are those standards you can say? This it's a hotel we are talking about that different people may contain JBD. Meter contains
Okay.
actually. Now, different people will come from everywhere. Now you know the normal standards of a hotel now. Normally, you go in, aside from the no smoking kind of thing, there's no other stuff. You can't stop people from fornicating because that's an hotel. So that's the main part. Like, it's a place that people fornicate a lot.
Okay, very nice question. Me talking about setting standard that doesn't compromise your faith. I mean that once you allow immorality to go on in your hotel as a pastor, you are not propagating the kingdom of darkness.
Okay. Now, how will you stop it?
You set a standard by
That
not allowing fornication in the hotel. It's
how is
very,
that? How is
I've
that
seen
possible?
instances.
How is that possible?
It's
You're
very,
not seeing what is going on inside the room. When someone pay, like everyone has their own leverage. They have their right to pay for a hotel, go into their room and do whatever they like. So how is it possible that you will stop or set a standard that will stop them from fornicating? Right? You cannot, even if in fact it's not even right to place a CCTV inside the room. But even if you place it and someone wants to fornicate, you can't stop the guest because he has paid for the room. So
yeah, it's not about setting of CCTV camera and whatever. There is how you bring a public notice. Maybe you drop at the receptionist.
okay.
Before anybody will check inside the hotel, you give the person rules and regulation that governs the organization. That
Like
if which all these rules are being trampled on, you have a penalty to pay.
the rules, like you cannot have sex
You
in the hotel.
cannot have, no. You set rules like no, like opposite gender in one room.
You know that is not possible now,
It
except
is
you don't
very
want to
possible.
make
It's
sales.
standards.
Except you
It's
don't
you are
want to
the you
make
are the
sales.
CEO of
Like,
the people will still patronize you.
how is it the gays that will patronize you?
We have missionaries around that maybe people they come in for business trip and
except you are setting that particular hotel for only the missionaries, as you say. Aside from that, then only the missionaries, you know that this person is coming with his or her, like with a spouse. Except that, but aside from that, I don't see any possible way that you will sit, you own a hotel as a pastor, and you set the standard and say nobody should come in with an opposite gender. That is not my. I don't see that being possible.
It's very, very possible, my brother.
How? Like which
It's very
hotel? Okay, you
possible.
personally, which hotel have you
I've
seen
heard
in
of I've
in
heard of a
you've heard
hotel
of where in this
though I've
Nigeria?
not. There is. I'm to be very sincere with you. There is. They set a standard that no sex in the hotel. Opposite sex are not supposed to be inside one room.
Yeah,
It's a
this is
standard. When
this.
you come in and you can't meet the criteria for lodging into a hotel, then
You
you
go
you
to
can
another.
simply leave. God
They,
that call you into the ministry of that hotel for you to make wealth through that will possibly direct the steps of people that fits your vision in order not to compromise your faith and propagate the kingdom of darkness.
well, I will only say that if you are building this particular hotel for maybe people in your denomination, like in your church, people that okay when they come in from another state, they will come and lodge there, stuff like that. I will be like, okay, it's okay that maybe it's just your pastors kind of or your people in your church that will only lodge. But as far as it's a hotel that is generally like for example, sorry to mention church, like the Catholic, they have church. Oh, sorry, they have their hotel that maybe if their fathers or their priest comes in, they go to lodge. That one I understand that maybe they don't allow any other external person to come in and lodge. But if you are owning this as a sole proprietor of this particular business, like it's not about church, and you're setting a standard and say that you want a rule that there is no sex or stuff like that, I don't think it's possible. I don't think you are ready to make sales. That is one. So I don't know. Okay, now biblically you've tried to prove that it's okay to own a hotel as a pastor, but I feel it's a sin. As a pastor, you are trying to promote this thing,
No, no,
sin.
no, it's not a sin. Remember the scripture I read earlier. It is the Lord that gives us power to make wealth. So that simple idea that drops in your head, how is it supposed to be a sin? It's a
Because
sin when
because
it
of the things that
compromise.
people will go in there to do.
That is why I say you set a standard.
So okay, what if I lock my room and stay inside my room, go inside my room with okay, I lied to you that okay, this person is my wife, for example, so that you can allow me go into the room. Then I go into the room and have furniture.
You
How
can
is it?
you the standard will have it that even your wife, you cannot go in with your
Okay,
wife.
my brother, you're not ready to make sales. I don't
You
think,
are ready to
I don't,
make sales.
I don't think that kind of thing
You can
exists.
still make sales.
I don't.
If you come in and the criteria doesn't fit your motive, you can leave. If the criteria of the other doesn't fit your motion, you leave.
Okay,
I
so
think that is the best way not to
not to,
compromise
yeah,
your faith
I
with
get, I get it.
propagating the other kingdom with the kingdom of light. So when it's not bad for a pastor to own a hotel, but you'll be very intentional about what goes on in your hotel. This thing I'm doing, does it align with the will of God concerning my life? Remember what Jesus said. The greatest commission of all time is a go into all the world and preach the gospel of Christ to every creature. So if you are using that as let me say, or you are using that your business premises to promote idolatry, fornication, you are indirectly opposing the kingdom of light
So,
from growing.
sorry to ask you, are you a pastor? Because the way you are speaking like as if you are a man of God.
For that one,
It says you're a man of God already.
yeah,
Well,
it's very okay for a pastor to own a hotel, but you'll be very intentional about what goes on in the hotel, not to compromise your faith with if the business is really coming in between the relationship between you and your God.
okay, that's all right. That's all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I will say that well, people have different opinions to this matter. So, I would also like to know your own opinion. Share your opinion in the comment section. Wale Kings TV is always here to give you entertaining topics to deliberate on. So I really, really appreciate Mr. God's power that came here today with us. He has really, really enlighten our mind on this particular thing, this particular topic. A prelate owning and a hospitality business in general.
Very educating.
Very educating. I like what he's saying. He's even back it up with some Bible. My brother, it seems I'm coming to your church. He's backing it
You're
up with.
welcome anytime. Choosing Vessel family.
Isn't
38
it?
Oda Century.
Oh,
That's the name.
why is that church? That is nice. Congratulations, sir. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I will say thank you very much. See you at the comment section. God bless you.